We have done it also. Find the angular velocity acquired. I have given this question as your homework. Yes or no?
বিটটা কোথায় আছে দেখতে পাবো না এখানে।
A bit of mass m charge q can freely slide. This is a ring, non-conducting ring, so bit must be there.
Sense.
Yes.
Answer.
Answer I don't remember. This answer I know. This answer will be 0. A bit of mass m and charge q freely slide over a fixed non-conducting wire of radius r. Right, so over this radius r, the bit can slide. System is placed in concentric and uniform cylindrical magnetic field that changes with time and space both. Okay. So first I have to find what is the total phi, total flux
বিটটা
here.
কোথায় প্লেস করা হয়েছে ইনিশিয়ালি সেটাও তো বলা নেই।
Anywhere you place, here, anywhere you place. Does it matter?
ভেলোসিটি ফাংশনটা মানে বিকজ হবে?
I don't think so. Everywhere the radius is same. So what is flux? At any instant t, can I say flux is equal to 2 pi r dr multiplied by b naught by r into t? Yes or no? How I have calculated it? I have taken a very small area. I have taken a small area at a distance r and the thickness is dr. Then I have found the area is 2 pi r dr. I have integrated it, but b varies with r, so I can say phi is equal to this one, 2 pi into b naught into dr into t is a constant. At a particular instant I am finding total flux r from 0 to r.
স্যার কি থাকবে না স্যার?
K is there. No, k cap. It is k cap. Magnetic field direction is minus k cap. Look, it is not a k is a constant. 2 pi b naught into tr. Do you get it? Flux at a time t is this one. Now I can use that Faraday's equation, that integral of E dot dl, that means E into 2 pi r into integral of d dot dl is into 2 pi r, that is equal to d phi by dt. Right? D phi by dt is what? D phi by dt is 2 pi into b naught into r. So 2 pi r will get cancelled out. So I think E is equal to b naught only. If my calculations are not wrong, then this is the electric field. Just check once. 2 pi b naught t into dr. If I integrate with a radius, r is denominator, so I think r will get cancelled out. Yes. So 2 pi b naught r and electric field. So E is equal to b naught. Now its speed as a function of time. Can I say that ddt of mod v? What is ddt of mod v? Do you know what is ddt of mod v?
Radial acceleration.
Is it radial acceleration or tangential? Tangential acceleration. So at any instant, if I say that the bit
alpha বার করে করা চলবে?
হ্যাঁ করতে পারো. If the speed of the bit is v at any instant, then ddt of mod v is equal to I can say the force on this bit at this point is E into Q. Yes or no? If the charge is Q.
Yes. mg.
And there is another force. Mg is not there. In this type questions, do not take mg. Right? Huh? So if there is a magnetic field there, and if its velocity is this, then I think V cross B, Q V cross B is also there. And there will be a normal reaction. I think these are the forces on it. Yes or no? Right? So ddt of mod V is equal to E into Q. So it is E into B naught. So what is mod V? Mod V is equal to E into B naught into T. Can I say that is the speed as a function of time?
तो Q into B naught है ना?
Sorry. Q into B naught into T. Charge is given. Now what is normal reaction? Can I say also there is mv square by r? Normal reaction is equal to QVB minus mv square by r. Now that is QV. What is B at this point? B at this point is B naught by R into T. Yes or no? B is B naught by capital R into T. Because here what is smaller? The value of smaller is capital R. B is varying radially. So here the magnetic field is V naught by R into T minus M by R into V square. What is V square? Q B naught T whole square. Right? There is some problem here. Q B naught, acha, V is what? V is again Q B naught T. So I think it should be Q B V B naught into T, Q B naught into T. Again V is another. Yes. The problem is here I have not taken M into dV by dt. M into dV by dt is equal to E into Q. Yes or no? Right. So V is equal to B naught into Q into T by M. Right. So if I say V is equal to Q B naught into T square by MR. Right. Minus M by R. So this will get cancelled out. At any instant you will find that the normal reaction is becoming 0. So today we will start inductors. Right? Inductors are also very important circuit elements. Till now, what are the circuit elements that we have seen? We have seen capacitor, we have seen resistors. These two are circuit elements we have seen. Right? Capacitors are used to store electric field inside it. Resistors do not store anything. Only heat is being generated, heat is being dissipated in the resistor. Similarly, inductors are used to store magnetic field inside it. Right? Inductors also you will find in different in most of the electrical equipments, just like capacitors, you will also find inductors. Right? In your household, we use the tube rods, and you see that inside that tube rod there is a rectangular box like thing. Inside that box there is nothing but an inductor. Right? So what is the role of inductor and how inductor works, that we need to understand here. What is basically an inductor? So the inductor is any conducting coil. Any coil can be treated as an inductor, right? So if you have a copper wire, you just wrap that copper wire on a cylindrical shape, right, and remove that cylindrical section. You will find a coil. That is one inductor, right? In large inductors, large number of turns are there. Small inductors, smaller number of turns and smaller radius is there. Now what happens when we send a current in that coil and we try to change that current? That is important to understand the property of inductor. You can see here I have drawn a situation. I have drawn, there is a loop, there is a coil, right, which was carrying a current I through that battery. Right, so initially the current I was there, and due to this current I, can you see there is an magnetic field developed that is crossing through that particular area? Yes or no? This current will produce a magnetic field? Yes or no? In this direction? Yes. Now this magnetic field will produce a magnetic flux. This current I actually is producing that magnetic flux, and this flux, this magnetic flux is proportional to the current I. Yes or no? Yes or no? This magnetic
Yes.
flux is proportional to the current I. Why? Because the shape or configuration of the coil remains unchanged until unless you change it. Yes, the current flux will be proportional to the current I. Now what will happen if I try to increase that current? Not only current increases, but can you see that the flux also tries to increase inside that coil?
Yes.
Whenever you are trying to increase that flux, by its own property, the coil will do what? From Lenge's law, the coil will try to oppose that
Oppose
change
the
in flux.
current.
So the coil will, if you increase that current, you can see that if I increase that current, the coil will try to make a opposite current by producing that EMF inside it. Yes or no? That EMF is known as the back EMF. Back EMF, why? Because it is opposing the change in current, and this change in current is inside its own loop. So that is why this property is known as the self-induction. Right? Why self-induction? The name itself suggests that this induction property is opposing the change in current inside its own loop. Right? So the change in current is due to the flux, change in flux that is created by its own current. Right? So that EMF will now try to oppose that current, oppose the change in that current. Right? And what will be that EMF induced? That will be d phi by dt. Right? So due to that, you can now find what is the net current, because that EMF is d phi by dt. So that current can produce d phi by dt divided by resistance, and the external current is I. Right? So the net EMF now you can see in that circuit has become V minus E, or E prime, E minus E prime, or E prime minus E. Yes or no? The net EMF in that coil is now E prime minus E divided by the total resistance. You will find a new current has been established there. Have you got this method? Whenever you change the current, this will happen. Now, as that flux is proportional to I, can I say that this d phi by dt is also proportional to di by dt? Right? So that EMF, which is equal to d phi by dt, also proportional to di by dt, and that proportional constant is known as self-inductance of the loop, LdI by dt. That proportional constant is known as self-inductance. Why it is a constant? Can you tell me why it is a constant? Right? Or we can say phi is equal to Li also, because that same proportional constant comes for the expression for phi also. It is constant because the loop is the same in its configuration, number of
Geometry is
turns.
not
Yes,
changing.
the geometry of the loop is the same. That is why it is a constant. Right? The self-inductance, the unit is Henry. Henry. Right? So that is the self-inductance of that coil. Have you got this property of inductor? Now if I ask you a very important property, the most important property rather of inductor, what would you say? What is the most important property of inductor? What does an inductor do?
Induces magnetic. Check.
Yes?
Value of current is
Yes,
value of
inductor
current is
changes, the inductor opposes the change in current. Yes or no? What does a capacitor
Yes.
do? Do you remember what does a capacitor do?
Prevent the change in voltage.
Yes. Capacitor, if you see that charge in the capacitor cannot be changed instantly. Remember, the charge grows with a function of time. You cannot charge a capacitor suddenly. Similarly, you cannot change the current in inductor suddenly. Understood?
কিন্তু ক্যাপাসিটরে যদি রেজিস্ট্যান্স না থাকতো তাহলে তো তৎক্ষণাৎ
That's a different issue, right? Even if the resistance is not there, you can charge the capacitor instantly, right? But in capacitor, you cannot actually change the charge instantly. It will follow a exponential function, right? Slowly, gradually, the charge will increase in the capacitor. Similarly, in inductor, if there was a current initially in the inductor, you cannot suddenly change that current. You can change the current, but it will take some time, right? So that is the most important property of inductor. We'll see how that current changes with time. Just as we have done in the case of capacitors, we will do the similar mathematical calculations in the case of inductors also, right? So next slide, let us do that calculation to understand the property in more details. Properties of inductor. Look, inductor in that circuit I have shown like a solenoid. Basically, inductors are solenoid because solenoids are coils. So inductors are shown like this coil, right? Suppose this is inductor L, this is inductor of inductance L, resistance R. If someone says that there is a coil, you have to understand that the coil has one inductance as well as a resistance. If someone says it is an ideal coil, ideal inductor, no resistance. But in most of the cases, you will find in your question they will mention there is a coil. So coil means even if you do not connect some external resistance with that inductor, by default you have to understand that inductor is connected in series with a resistor, and there is a ideal cell EMF E, and there is a switch. Initially the current in the inductor was 0. You can assume the initial current to be I0. Let us assume the current to be I0 initially in the inductor, right? Here in this case the current is 0, but I can assume the current to be I0 in the inductor. Suppose initial current is I0. As soon as I close that switch, what happens, right? So my t equal to 0 starts from here as soon as I close that switch. Now there is a current. Look, there is also a convention, or not a convention, but for calculation purpose we will do that. Do you remember in capacitor we have taken a particular direction of current to be positive? Do you remember that positive current where we have taken in capacitor circuit?
current charge should enter the positive plate of battery.
Current always enters into the positive plate. Similarly, I will, in this inductor circuit, I will always assume the current is increasing with time. Why I will assume current is increasing with time? Whatever it may be, even if you do not know, there are 2-3 cells connected reverse polarity this way, that way, you don't have to judge that whether the current is actually increasing or decreasing. You take the current to be increasing. My assumption is current is increasing, so that I can write di by dt positive, yes or no? I will assume current is increasing, right? If the current is decreasing, I will find my function to be negative. There is no harm in that, right? So I will assume my current to be increasing so that I can write di by dt positive. Otherwise, in every step in your calculation, you have to put a minus di by dt with that. If current is increasing in this side, what this inductor will do, in which now out of these two polarity A, suppose A and B, suppose this points A and B, which points the inductor will now make a back EMF with positive polarity.
A will be a positive polarity.
Now A will be a positive polarity, yes or no? Because this will be now a cell. If I make it as a cell of back EMF, right, E back, then this back EMF must oppose the increase of current. So that is why the positive terminal should be here and negative terminal should be here. Yes or no? And what is the value of this back EMF? Do you remember the value of this back EMF?
LDI.
L into di by dt. So now can I completely write a KVL equation in it? KVL equation in this loop, if you write, what you will get?
LDI dt plus IR equal to E.
E minus L di dt minus IR equal to E. Can I write it? Equal to 0. Starting from here, E minus, why I am moving from positive to negative, minus L di dt minus IR equal to 0. Right? So,
Can you repeat this from beginning? I got disconnected.
this is a simple KVL equation. Can you see the KVL equation? I have started from here and I have moved from A to B.
Circuit I cannot understand.
Circuit.
The circuit I can't understand.
Look, that circuit has an inductor, a resistor and a EMF. Just like capacitor, you think an inductor is there. I will assume the current in the initial current in the inductor is I0. At t equal to 0, I have switched on that circuit. That means I have closed that switch. Now after time t, suppose the current in the circuit is I. I will always assume, right? That is my assumption always in this circuit. Assume current is increasing. Current is increasing. Why I will assume current increasing? So that I can write di by dt always positive. Right? So current is increasing. Now if current increasing, then in that inductor that there will be a back EMF generated which will oppose the increase of current. So that is why the back EMF will have a positive terminal here and negative terminal here. The magnitude of back EMF is L di by dt, that I have already explained in in this last slide. So L di by dt, I can write the KVL equation in this way. E minus L di by dt, here why minus? I am moving from plus to minus A to B, and minus IR because the current, I am moving along the direction of current, is equal to 0. Is this clear, KVL equation, everyone? Yes or no?
Yes, sir.
So E minus IR is equal to L into di by dt. In this case, how do I find the function of I?
Integrate di by I.
Di by E minus IR is equal to 1 by L dt. Yes or no? Look, t equal to 0, I have taken the current to be I0. Right? For a general function, I am trying to do it. So minus 1 by R ln of E minus IR minus divided by E minus I0 R is equal to T by L. So E minus IR is equal to E minus I0 R into E power minus T by L by R. Yes or no?
Yes, sir.
So current is equal to 1 by R into E minus I0 R into E power minus T by tau. What is tau here? Time constant. And instead of RC in capacitor circuit, we say that tau here is L by R. Can you see this? Look the calculations clearly if it is correct. Clear?
Yes, sir.
Now what from this expression I can conclude? Look, at t equal to 0, what is the current? Can you see that t equal to 0, the current is only I naught?
Yes.
If you make t equal to 0, then E minus E plus I naught R, 1 by R of that will be I naught. So can you see that whatever is the current before closing the switch is the current after closing the switch? Yes or no? Can you see that?
মানে ক্লোজিং এর ইনস্ট্যান্টের কিছুক্ষণের জন্য তো ওটা আই নট থাকবে।
ক্লোজিং এর ইনস্ট্যান্টে, সেটা তো আমি বলছি, ক্লোজিং এর ইনস্ট্যান্টে বলতে কি বলছো? ইফ আই ক্লোজ at t equal to 0,
ক্লোজ করব তখন আই নট থাকবে।
yes, if I close at t equal to 0, just after some time t equal to 0 plus current is I naught, t equal to 0 minus the current is also I naught, right? So the current, as I have said, that inductor will always oppose the change in current, right? So whatever is the initial current will be the final current just before and after. Just before the switch is closed, current was I naught. Just after the switch, current is also I naught. But it will not be always I naught. It will gradually decrease, right? Or gradually increase. Here the current will gradually increase. What is the current at t equal to infinity?
0.
E by R.
E by R. So can I say that if at t equal to infinity the inductor is short circuited, the current is E by R only?
Yes, sir.
Yes. So at t equal to infinity, how does an inductor behave? Like a short circuit?
Conductor.
Like a conductor? Yes.
Conductor.
Yes. It is just opposite to the capacitor. Do you remember how at t equal to infinity a capacitor behaves?
Open circuit. Pure insulator.
Yes, open circuit. Right. Whereas at t equal to 0, the capacitor was short circuit. Yes or no? If there was no charge initially.
Okay.
And here, if there is no charge initially, the inductor can be assumed to be an open circuit. Yes or no? Because after closing the switch also there will be no current. If the initial current is 0, before the closing the switch, after closing the switch, the initial current will also be 0. And how that current can be 0 if I assume the inductor to be what? Open or short circuit?
Open circuit. Open circuit.
Open circuit. So just opposite to the capacitor behavior, we can see here in
Then last point I got disconnected. I can't hear you.
I said that if at t equal to 0 you find what is the current in inductor circuit, suppose its initial current is 0, so after closing the switch the current will also be 0. Yes or no?
Yes, sir.
So how I can get 0 current? If I can open the inductor, means the inductor can be assumed to be an open circuit at t equal to 0. Yes or no?
Yes, sir.
And at t equal to infinity, how can I treat that inductor? At t equal to infinity, you can see the current is only E by R. So can I just short circuit that inductor? The 2 points of the inductor, I can short circuit that.
Yes, sir.
That is just opposite to capacitor. If you try to remember, you will find in capacitor, at t equal to 0, we made it short circuit, t equal to infinity, we made it open circuit. In inductor, it is just opposite. Right? I have written all these properties of inductor here. Right? There are few properties, I will explain all of them. First property says that current in inductor cannot be changed instantly. Inductors oppose the change in current. So current at t equal to 0 minus is same as t equal to 0 plus, where the switch is closed at t equal to 0. It may be closed or it may be opened, right? Where the switching process is done at t equal to 0 actually. Is that point clear to you?
Yes, sir.
just before and after the current will remain same. So if I ask you just after what is current, you just find what was current just before. Make the same current. Inductors will not change that current. If there was no current initially, inductors can be assumed to be open circuit at t equal to 0 plus, yes or no?
Yes, sir.
Sir,
After a long time or at steady state, inductors can be assumed to be a closed circuit, yes or no?
Yes, sir.
Okay, so these three major properties we have understood. Now come to the energy stored in the inductor. Look, I can also find from here E is equal to L di by dt minus plus I into R. So what is a small work done by battery? Is it EDQ? Yes or no?
Yes, sir.
So that is L into di into dq by dt. Plus I into R into dq. It is dq by dt into dt, I can write it. Can you see this? Now if I integrate this, what I will get? Work done by battery is equal to, look, is this I also dq by dt?
yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
Plus this is I into square R dt. Yes or no? So whatever work is done by the battery, one part is wasted in heat. This is heat loss or not? So rest of the part, this must be stored in the inductor, this energy. Yes or no? What is this one? Half L I square plus some constant, you can say, can be found from initial condition. So if the current in inductor is, yes,
There should be no constant because
No
energy
constant?
is only distributed.
why not any constant? If I say current is varying from I1 to I2, will it be only I square or I2 square minus I1 square? So initial current is initially whatever is this, the net work done by the battery, I can find that Li to I square minus I naught square, yes or no?
Yes.
Suppose it is I naught to I. So half L I naught square, is it a constant or not?
Yes.
Yes. So what is the energy stored in the inductor when the current is I?
Half a light square.
Half
L I
L
square.
I square, right? This you need to remember. Now, where from that energy is coming? Can anyone tell me the correct answer? Where from this energy is coming?
From the battery.
Yes, the
Magnet.
correct answer is from the battery itself. Although the energy is confined inside the magnetic field, but we know that magnetic field cannot do any work, so no potential energy can be defined for magnetic field, right? So whatever is the energy in the magnetic field actually is supplied by the battery itself, right? So the correct answer will be battery. But again, if someone says that this energy is stored in the magnetic field, right, he or she is also correct, because the energy is due to the magnetic. If there was no magnetic field, battery would not supply any current, extra current, right? Battery is supplying the extra current because of the magnetic field is changing and there is some back EMF to make the current constant. The battery is doing some extra work. So who is making the battery do some extra work? The change in magnetic field or not? Yes or no? Can you understand the logic behind that? Do you understand?
Sir,
I am saying that if there was no magnetic field changing, then only E will be equal to I or I into R, yes or no?
yes, sir.
But if the current has to remain same and I am changing the magnetic field, then E is equal to L di by dt plus IR. So why this L di by dt part has occurred? Due to the magnetic field change. And due
Yes,
to
sir.
that only the battery is doing some extra work. So if there was no change in flux, battery would not do any extra work. Right? So if you are saying that this energy is due to magnetic field, then also you are correct. Yes or no? But the actual energy is supplied by battery. Just like the capacitor, the energy inside capacitor is half CV square. If I ask you who is providing that energy, the answer should be what?
Battery.
Battery. Battery. But the energy stored inside what? The energy stored inside the electric field. So both the statements are correct. Yes. Here also you can see that the energy is supplied by battery but stored inside the magnetic field. Half Li square is the energy in the inductor.
স্যার এখানে এক্সপ্রেশন গুলো পুরো ক্যাপাসিটরের মতোই তো।
হ্যাঁ ঠিক, ওখানে হাফ সিভি স্কোয়ার ছিল, এখানে হাফ এল আই স্কোয়ার।
স্যার স্যার ওই কনস্ট্যান্টটার সিগনিফিকেন্সটা কি?
কোনটা? টাইম কনস্ট্যান্ট?
সিটা হাফ এল আই নট।
Half L I naught square was the initial energy. Initial energy. If there was some initial current, then there was some initial magnetic field inside that. Right? So you can assume that there was some reference energy initially. And if you are changing current from I0 to I1 or I2, then how much extra work battery is doing, that we are interested to find. We are not interested to find whatever work has been done by battery previously.
Sir, that means that half Li naught square was already given by battery. Now
Already given by
half Li
battery.
is the change in the energy.
No, change in the energy is half Li square minus half Li naught square.
স্যার আমরা কি এখানে বলতে পারবো ওয়ার্ক ডান বাই দ্য ব্যাটারি ইজ Li স্কয়ার?
Work done by battery Li square কেন বলছি আমরা? বলছি না তো।
স্যার ওটা তো ক্যাপাসিটরে বলতাম যে ওয়ার্ক ডান বাই দ্য
ওটা ক্যাপাসিটরে হতো, ওখানে দুটো সমান হয়ে যেত, এখানে দুটো সমান নাও হতে পারে। আই এম নট সেইং দ্যাট।
এক্সপ্রেশন তো আলাদা আছে।
মানে ওটা
আই স্কয়ার।
হ্যাঁ, এখানে আই স্কোয়ার আর করে দেখো, আই স্কোয়ার আর ডিটি করে দেখো দুটো সেম আসে কিনা। আমার মনে হয় না সেম আসবে।
এল এর উপর ডিপেন্ডেন্ট হবে।
হ্যাঁ, whatever it may be, I don't think it will be same. Okay, look, energy in the inductor when the current is I is half Li square is like a spring, right? When you stretch the spring by x, the potential energy is half kx square. Suppose initially the spring was elongated by x and then you elongate by 2x, right? So what is the change in potential energy? Half k 2x square minus half kx square, right? So this is half kx square, half Li square is equal to half kx square, right? Equivalent to half kx square. It is not showing you the change in energy, it is showing you the actual energy, right? When I equal to 0, I have taken reference to be 0 energy, and when I is there, what is the energy stored? It is half Li square. Question number 5 is equivalent inductance. Property 5, equivalent inductance in series is L1 plus L2 and 1 by L1 plus 1 by L2. That you can prove, right? We can prove it in this way. Suppose two inductors are there in series carrying current I. So L1, L2. What is flux here generated? Phi 1 is equal to L1 into I, and flux there is equal to L2 into I, yes or no? So the net flux is equal to L1 plus L2I. that can be written as L equivalent I. So L equivalent is L1 plus L2. If initial current is 0, then we can say that L di1 dt is equal to L1 di1 dt is equal to L2 di2 dt. Dt gets cancelled out. So L1 I1 is equal to L2 I2. Right? And we can also say that that is equal to L equivalent into di by dt. Right? So that is equal to L equivalent into I1 plus I2. So what is L equivalent? L equivalent is equal to, now I can say that L1, so that is equal to K. So L equivalent is equal to K by I1 plus I2. Right? So 1 by L equivalent is equal to I1 by K plus I2 by K. I1 by K is 1 by L1 plus I2 by K is 1 by L2. That can be proved easily if I take initial currents to be 0. You take initial currents to be something else, try to prove it. I'm sure you will find the same answer, same result. Okay. We want to only use the result. The result you should remember. This is the result. So these are the few properties of inductors that I have discussed. Right. Now let us try to use these properties to explain few phenomena and try some numerical questions. Is this clear? This side must be clear. Right, because based on this slide, the next all this thing of inductors is based on only this slide.
ইনিশিয়াল কারেন্ট ডিফারেন্ট না মানে এটা ক্যালকুলেশনটা ডিফারেন্ট
ইনিশিয়াল কারেন্ট কোনো কিছু হতে পারে, ধরে নাও ইনিশিয়াল কারেন্ট কিছু একটা ধরে প্রুফ করার চেষ্টা করো। Look, now I have given you one situation here. There is a bulb in this circuit. Why there is a bulb in this circuit? Can you explain? This is a permanent, this is a electromagnet, right? When you see the large electromagnets are there, they are used in industries, right? Large electromagnets are used in industries to move iron parts from one place to another place, right? This is connected with a crane, and that crane directly is attached with that iron parts. If the switch is on, it becomes a magnet. It attracts the iron part, and they can be moved. And again, whenever you open that switch, easily they are released. Right? So this is the electromagnet. Now my question is, why there is the bulb there?
তো যদি বাল্বটা না থাকে তাহলে এটা পার্মানেন্ট ম্যাগনেট হয়ে যাবে।
হ্যাঁ, বাল্বের জন্য পার্মানেন্ট ম্যাগনেট হচ্ছে না, এটা কি করে হয়?
না স্যার ওর
পার্মানেন্ট ম্যাগনেট হচ্ছে কি না
সাপ্লাই করার জন্য। হ্যাঁ স্যার ফ্লাক্স থাকবে স্যার রেজিস্ট্যান্স সাপ্লাইয়ের জন্য। তাহলে ওখানে একটা কনস্ট্যান্ট কারেন্ট থেকে যাবে যদি রেজিস্ট্যান্স মানে বাল্বটা না, তো ডিম্যাগনেটাইজ করা যাবে না, সেই জন্য ওখানে বাল্বটা দিয়েছে।
না, এইটার ম্যাগনেটিক প্রপার্টি, তুমি এটাকে একটা স্টিল আয়রন কোর ধরতে পারো। স্টিল আয়রন কোর মানে ওর রিটেন্টিভিটি খুব কম, রাইট? পার্মানেন্ট ম্যাগনেট, এটা পার্মানেন্ট ম্যাগনেট ভুলে যাও, এর রিটেন্টিভিটি খুব কম। কাজে বাল্বের জন্য
কয়েলটা তো একটা ইন্ডাক্টর হতে পারে, ওখানে যদি রেজিস্ট্যান্স না থাকবে তাহলে ওখানে একটা কারেন্ট থেকেই যাবে।
কয়েল একটা ইন্ডাক্টর, ইন্ডাক্টরের ভেতরে ইটসেলফ রেজিস্ট্যান্স থাকেই, ওয়্যারের তো রেজিস্ট্যান্স থাকবেই, তো এর ভেতরে একটা ইন্ডাক্টর আছে, রেজিস্ট্যান্সও আছে। এরপর বলো
কতক্ষণ যে ওই কারেন্টটা কোন টাইমটা ধরে ফ্লো হচ্ছে সেই টাইমে বাল্বটা লাইট করবে।
দেখো খুব সিম্পল না, যদি আমি একটা ইএমএফ এখানে অ্যাপ্লাই করি, আই হ্যাভ ইউজড অ্যান ইএমএফ হিয়ার, so that there is a current in that coil. Right, no problem in that. This bulb has a very high resistance than this one. Always remember the bulb has very high resistance, right? That's why it glows. So when I close that switch, current will only pass through the coil because coil has a very small resistance. No current will pass through the bulb, or very small current can pass. That will not make the bulb to glow. As soon as I open that switch, what happens? If the bulb was not there, look, I am forcing that current to make zero, yes or no? Forget about the bulb for some instance. And if I close that switch, if I open that switch, there was some initial current I naught, and you are making this I naught to be zero, yes or no?
Yes, sir.
Spark.
Yes, as soon as this I naught is zero, what is di by dt?
Infinity.
Infinite.
Di by dt is very large, right? So the person operating here that switch, right, he or she might be in danger because of that high and large potential difference. There may be spark, right? And if somehow the person touches this to end, then there is a very large potential difference across the body of the person, right? Although this seems to be a very simple circuit, but looks what that inductor can do. That inductors will definitely not allow the current to change, but if you are forcing it, then it will produce a large EMF, and that can produce spark. If this gap is small, spark will be produced because that will be sufficient to break the breakdown voltage of the air. So, the same thing that I have just discussed in last slide. If I make the current zero, induced EMF is large, di by dt is large, so that there may be a spark and a very large potential difference, which may be hazardous to the person who is operating that switch. But if there is a bulb, now what happens? As soon as you close that, open that switch, now whatever is the EMF generated, can this current I naught find a reverse path to close that circuit?
Yes, sir.
So what is the utility of the bulb? It will find a path even if there is not a bulb.
How?
স্যার ওটা যদি একটা সুপার কন্ডাক্টর ওই জায়গাটা যোগ করতাম তাহলে
How can they, if there is no bulb, how can it find a close path?
It should be a simple resistance of very low value or a simple wire. What is the problem that is?
স্যার ওই জায়গায়
Yes, you can find. There should be a very high resistance, not a very small resistance. Right? Very high resistance. If the resistance is small, then most of the current, when the switch is closed, current will pass through the resistance, and you will lose the ability of this magnet. Right? So resistance should be large, and for large resistance, this bulb is actually used. Right? So when you open that circuit, this current will now pass through that bulb, and the bulb will glow. So bulb will actually not glow when this switch is closed. Bulb will glow when you off that switch or when you open that switch. But the bulb will glow for a small time. Why? Because after that, whatever was the energy stored inside it, half Li squared, will be lost in the heat energy. So now gradually this current will become zero, and there is no potential developed in that switch. So the person operating it is now safe.
কিন্তু যেহেতু ডিআই বাই ডিটি ইনফিনাইট, তাহলে ইএমএফটা তো ইনফিনাইট, কিন্তু বাল্বের রেজিস্ট্যান্স
অনেক হাই। ইনফাইনাইট মানে কি? ইনফাইনাইট মানে very large. The resistance of the bulb is also very large.
ডিআই বাই ডিটি তো বন্ধ করলেই তো মানে ইনফিনাইট, মানে ইনস্ট্যান্টলি তো যদি কাট করে দিচ্ছি কানেকশনটা, তার মানে
Infinite is nothing. It has a very large value. The resistance also, if you take a bulb and find the resistance, it's also very large.
ওকে স্যার।
তাহলে স্যার বাল্বটা ইউজ করা হচ্ছে in order to make the
In order to
current
provide,
flow
in
at
order
a
to
point.
provide us a closed loop for the current to circulate.
ফেসবুক তো এমনি একটা মানে একটু আগে বললাম এমনি একটা রেজিস্টার দিয়ে
যেটা কোনো দিয়ে করতে পারো, তোমাকে একটা লার্জ, কিন্তু সেই রেজিস্ট্যান্সটা বেশি হতে হবে না কম হতে হবে?
বেশি হতে হবে, কারণ
বেশি হতে হবে। তো একটা হাই রেজিস্ট্যান্স তুমি একটা বাল্বে পেয়ে যাচ্ছ, দ্যাটস ওয়াই ইন জেনারেল প্রসিডিয়ার ইট ইজ দ্য বাল্ব হুইচ ইজ ইউজড। Is this clear to all?
So why the resistance should be very high?
Otherwise, initially when you close that switch, most of the current will pass through that resistance, and in the solenoid less current will pass, right? So the magnet that we will produce will be of small strength. Right. Now look in this question. Initially the switch was closed for a long time. This switch was on. Initially I have made that switch on. So the bulbs were glowing with the same brightness. Each and every bulbs, they were glowing with the same brightness. ABC are similar bulbs. As soon as I open that switch, can you comment on the brightness of the bulbs? Will their brightness be still same, or any bulb will glow with higher brightness, any bulb will glow with less brightness?
Sir, B will not glow after the switch is closed.
B will not glow.
Yes, sir.
Anything else? Okay, it's a very good question. I'll leave this question for your homework, right? Think about inductor property and find the answer.
বিতে ম্যাক্সিমাম
Sir,
ব্রাইটনেস
it
ইউজ করবে
will same like this.
Yes,
Sir,
But they will think the same like
they will glow with same brightness. Anything else?
সিটা বেশি ব্রাইটনেসে গ্লো করবে।
C
স্যার
will
বিটা
glow.
বেশি ব্রাইটনেস করবে বিটা বেশি ব্রাইট
There is so many possibilities. You check each and every possibilities with logic and tell me the answer in tomorrow's class. Okay? All right. Now, how do we calculate the self-inductance of a coil? How do I find the self-inductance? There are two methods to find the self-inductance. One method is method 1 to find the self-inductance. What happens? Yes, method 1 is, if there is a coil, you send a current I, you find the flux phi, and you relate that flux with equal to L into I. So L equal to phi by I, yes or no? And what is the second method? You
Sir,
pass the current I, you calculate the energy to be half Li square. Do you know the energy in magnetic field? We have discussed that energy density in magnetic field. Energy density was how much? Do you remember? Last chapter we have done that.
by 2 mu naught.
B squared by 2 mu naught. So I can also find U as B squared by 2 mu naught into volume. Yes or no? And I will equate this two and I can find what is L. So there are two methods to find L. Use any method and find the self-inductance of a solenoid that has radius R, length L, and number of turns per unit length is N. Can you tell me what is the self-inductance of that? Long solenoid, you can assume that radius is much less than L. Use any method.
Mu naught.
Yes?
Mu 0 n.
Mu naught into N. No.
So length of small l ধরে নেবো।
দেওয়া আছে কোয়েশ্চেনে, দেখো সব দেওয়া আছে।
স্যার দুটো এল এর মধ্যে কনফিউশন হয়ে যাবে, মানে দুটো এল আপনি একটা ধরেছেন।
দুটো এল ধরে নিয়েছি, কি ধরেছি বলো তো? আচ্ছা 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 আচ্ছা, এই লাইন
লেন্থ তো এল ধরেছে।
লেন্থটাকে এল ধরে
n pi r square l
এন
n pi r square l
আরেকটু ভালো করে করো।
স্যার বি স্কোয়ার ইন্টু এল পাই আর স্কোয়ার ডিভাইডেড বাই
বি কোথায়? বি কোথায়? বি জানা আছে নাকি আমার? বি
স্যার বলবো স্যার,
বলো।
মিউ নট n স্কোয়ার পাই r স্কোয়ার ইন্টু l।
ঠিক, গুড।
হ্যাঁ স্যার mu naught n square pi r square।
Look, if it is a solenoid, I pass a current I through the solenoid. We should all remember this formula of magnetic field.
mu not ni।
Magnetic field is mu naught Ni. But this magnetic field is for each turn, yes or no? So flux is mu naught Ni into pi r square for each turn. So what is the total flux? Is it n into pi r square into b? Yes or no? How many turns are there? N into L turns are there total? Have you got it?
Yes sir।
Flux means
Yes sir।
flux is not only one loop. Flux means the total loop. How many number of loops are there? N into L number of loops are there. Okay, what is magnetic field? We know mu naught Ni. Okay, what is the area? I know pi r square, right? So flux for each loop is b into pi r square. So total flux is n into L pi r square b. So that is pi r square into n square into L into mu naught I. So what is the self-inductance? Mu naught pi r square n square L. Flux method. Energy method. Can you do it in by energy method? Energy in magnetic field half 1 by 2 mu naught into b square into volume. So 1 by 2 mu naught, b square is mu naught Ni, mu naught square n square I square. What is volume? Pi r square L,
I r square L.
right? Pi r square L. 1 mu naught gets cancelled out. Can I equate this to be half Li square? Yes or no? 1 by 2 I square gets cancelled out. What is L we get? Mu naught n square pi r square L. Any method you can use. Got it? Any question regarding this?
Yes।
A rectangular copper foil of width b is bent into shape consisting of a cylindrical portion of radius r, which is much less than b, and two parallel identical flat portions, each of length a, as shown in figure. Current enters uniformly into the edge A, flows uniformly over the whole width, comes uniformly out of the edge B. Find the inductance or the self-inductance basically between the edges for slowly varying current. There are basically two structures, can you see in this diagram?
Yes, sir.
One is this cylinder that is very similar to the solenoid. Another is two parallel plate. Basically you have to add these two inductances. Right? So separately calculate them and add it. That is the only thing you have to do. Try to do it.
স্যার ওই সিলিন্ডারটা বেরিয়েছে বলবো?
দাঁড়া। হ্যাঁ বলো কি বলছো?
সিলিন্ডারটা আসছে যে মিউ নট বাই আর স্কোয়ার বাই বি।
মিউ নট পাই আর স্কোয়ার বাই বি।
ইয়েস স্যার।
The cylinder the mu naught pi r square b আসছে।
মিউ নট পাই আর স্কোয়ার ইন্টু বি।
হ্যাঁ, টোটালটা হচ্ছে mu naught pi r square into b plus mu 0 d by 4ab।
মিউ 0 বি বাই
d say mu 0 d by 4ab।
d by 4ab. Okay, let us try to do it. Suppose I am sending a total current I, and the current I is leaving from this surface also, right? So here, what is the current per unit length? Say capital I is current per unit length. Current per unit length. What can I say as current per unit length for this? I divided by B, yes or no? Current per unit length. For current per unit length, the magnetic fields will be in this direction, yes or no?
স্যার ওইটার জন্য বেরালো ওই আপনার ওইটার জন্য ওই ফ্ল্যাট সারফেসেস গুলোর জন্য।
ফ্ল্যাটের জন্য কত বেরিয়েছে ফ্ল্যাটের জন্য?
মিউ নট ডি বাই বি।
So you can calculate for flat surface, the magnetic field is basically mu naught I. Do you remember?
Yes.
For each plate is mu naught I by 2. So it is mu naught I. I is current per unit length, if you remember. I is current per unit length, not the current I. Look, the last chapter you have to study carefully because this formula are useful. So it is mu naught I by B, the magnetic field inside the plates. So if I try to find the flux, that is mu naught I by B, right?
তো ওখানে একটা ইনটু 2 হবে না?
Into 2 কেন?
এই দুটো সারফেসের জন্য অ্যাড করলেন তো। ইন্ডিভিজুয়াল সারফেসের জন্য বাই
mu naught I by 2, individual surface mu naught I by 2 হয়,
ও আচ্ছা আচ্ছা।
right? Acha, let us try to do it by energy method. So energy in first case is equal to
Sir, are you taking the flat surfaces as infinite sheets?
infinite sheet. Yes, d is very small. D is very small, so it can be assumed to be infinite sheet. B square by 2 mu naught into A into B into D. Yes or no? So it is mu naught square I square divided by B square. 2 mu naught A into B into D. That is equal to half L I square. Suppose it is L1. So I square gets cancelled out, 2 gets cancelled out. So L1 is equal to mu naught A into D divided by B square.
B square একটা B
Sorry.
কমে যাবে।
তো ব্যাকটা বি থাকবে।
Mu naught AD
Answer.
by B. Yes.
Yes.
Have you got it?
হুম।
Right? Okay.
So,
Ha.
sir, on the right hand side, one B square should not be multiplied with I square B square.
No, the total current is I. By I into B, again I will multiply. I is the total current. I is being distributed here
Okay, sir. Okay, sir.
per unit length I by B. Right? This half L I square, I is always the total current that is supplied to the circuit. Now how this current is getting distributed, making flux, that you don't need. Only I need the total current I. Now for the cylindrical surface. For the cylindrical, say for the cylindrical one. Look, also in the cylinder, the currents are distributed like this. Yes or no? So what is magnetic field here? Can I say magnetic field is equal to mu naught into I? Look, magnetic field inside a solenoid. Do you remember the formula? What is magnetic field inside a solenoid?
Mu 0 Ni.
Mu naught Ni. N is the number of turns per unit length and I is the current per unit turn. So what is N into I? Is it not the current per unit length?
Yes. Yes, sir.
Current per unit turn. Current per turn. Right? Number of turns per unit length into current per turn is equal to current per unit length. So I can say what is the energy in this cylinder? It is half 1 by 2 mu naught into B square. B square is mu naught square into I square by B square. Into volume. What is volume? Pi R square into B. Can I equate it with half L I square? Half L2 I square. So what is L2? 2 gets cancelled out. Mu naught is there. Mu naught into pi R square into B will not be there. Divided by B. Mu naught, yes, that is correct. Mu naught pi R square divided by B. So total inductance is L1 plus L2, right? So that is equal to mu naught by B into AD plus pi R square. Two long straight wires are placed parallel to each other and carrying same current but in opposite directions. Radius of the wire is R and the separation between them is N into R. Find the self-inductance per unit length. Neglect the flux inside the wires. Can you understand the diagram? One wire is this. Suppose this is one wire. It moves up to infinity. Another wire lies here. That also moves up to infinity. So basically they are forming a closed loop, but where the loop ends at infinity. Can you see that? They are meeting at infinity. It is carrying a current I and it is carrying the same current I in opposite direction. So if you take a 1 meter length of the wires, suppose this is the 1 meter length of the wire. Then what is the self-inductance? You can find flux inside this. And flux equal to L into I. then you can find the self-inductance. And in that way, you can neglect the flux inside the conductors, because the conductors are very thin, right? This radius is r, the radius of the conductor is r, and this distance is n into r.
integration problem of alien zero type of turn color.
long term sense में
Zero तो ना, तो R होगा.
Let us assume that I have taken a distance x from the center of this red color wire.
Pi into ln n. Okay.
Dekhiye. At a distance x from the center of the first conductor, I have taken a small distance dx. So the area will be dx into 1. I need the magnetic field here. Suppose this is bx, I have to calculate. So bx, I can say for this conductor it is cross magnetic field, right? And for this conductor it is also cross magnetic field. For both of them they are cross magnetic field or not? So they will be added up, right? So bx for this red color conductor is mu naught I divided by 2r, right? Mu naught I by 2r or 2 pi r. Mu naught I by 2 pi r. Mu naught I by 2 pi x. And for this second conductor, it is mu naught I by
2 pi x, 2 pi into nr minus x.
Not nr. The total distance center to center is
N plus
n
2r.
plus 2r. Yes or no? This r plus this r, n plus 2r. Right? If you take the separation between the conductor is nr, then this from here to here, this is n plus 2r. So it is n plus 2r minus x. Yes or no?
So এটা তো 0 এসে যাচ্ছে ইন্টিগ্রেট করলে.
Okay. So I can find flux is equal to b into dx. Right? I'll integrate from x equal to r, from x equal to r to n plus 1r.
তাহলে এটা x কেন, মানে এটা তো তাহলে x প্লাস r হওয়ার কথা.
Area is equal to dx into 1. কোনটা x plus r?
mu naught I by 2 pi x plus r হওয়ার কথা.
x তো আমি সেন্টার থেকে ধরেছি।
আচ্ছা,
x আমি এটার সেন্টার থেকে ধরছি। তাহলে এইটার থেকে এইটার সেন্টার থেকে কত ডিসটেন্স হলো? এটাই হবে তো। mu naught I by 2 pi if I take outside, then it is dx by x plus dx by n plus 2 r minus x. I'll integrate it from x equal to r to n plus 1r. What will be the integration? I don't think it will be 0. Mu naught I by 2 pi, it is ln n plus 1, and it is minus 1 by minus 1 into ln n plus 2r minus n plus 1r. So 2r minus r is r divided by nr plus 2r minus r.
No,
So
0
n,
হবে.
n plus 1r. Right? So I think it is ln of plus ln of n plus 1 again. So it is mu naught I by pi ln of n plus 1.
Yes.
So L is equal to mu naught by pi ln n plus 1. Have you got it?
Yes, sir.
Clear, everyone?
Yes, sir.
Okay, I'll end my class here only today.